Right here in Gary, we have all the infrastructure required to lift this region, but also the state of Indiana to lead in global commerce. We sit at the most southern tip of one of the world's largest bodies of fresh water. We're one of the top 3 steel-making cities on earth. We have an international airport with a foreign trade zone. We're a city with a deep water seaport, and we have 3 Class 1 rail lines. Why am I telling you this? Because Gary is a big deal. The city has seen some tough times, but it's the hope and the grit and the determination that I see in the people that inspires me to fight like I do every single day. But every day we are building on a plan to make Gary this nation's greatest comeback story. Ladies and gentlemen, a greater Gary is emerging as we speak. Our city is valuable and we're worthy. It's time we feel like it, and it's time we act like it.
Significant decreases in violent crime to report, a drop in non-fatal shootings of 10%, a drop in homicides of 23%. And not only with that drop, there's been a 74% clearance rate in those homicide investigations. Patrol activity has seen a remarkable growth. Over 9,800 extra patrols and privilege checks were conducted, an increase of 118% from 2023. Shots fired calls dropped by 17%, with 1,368 reported versus 1,644 in the previous year. Citations issued more than doubled, reaching 9,679, a 148% increase over the previous year. This positive trend is a testament to the collaboration between our officers, our partners, and you, our community members, especially the residents who actively report suspicious activity and provide valuable information to our department. We've also made strides in enhancing transparency and accountability within the department. This includes our body-worn camera program, enhanced training, and just elevated patrols in a proactive way, which allows us a greater oversight and also a different type of engagement with the community. Furthermore, we actively engage with community leaders and organizations to better understand the concerns of our neighborhoods and our population here in the city of Gary. This has led to the development of partnerships with several community-based initiatives designed to address the specific needs and build stronger relationships between the law enforcement community and our community here at large. In terms of traffic safety, fatal traffic accidents fell by 39% with 11 incidents versus 18 incidents in the previous year, and non-fatal traffic accidents declined by 3% with 3,196 incidents versus 3,303 in 2023. Vehicles towed and impounded increased by 18%, with 3,081 vehicles towed compared to 2,608 in 2023. Special operations and investigations. The SWAT team conducted 55 operations leading to 72 detainees and the seizure of 37 firearms. General crimes resulted in 106 defendants charged with 506 felonies and 87 misdemeanor charges during their investigations. Narcotics Investigations Group led to 52 defendants charged with 112 felonies and 40 misdemeanor charges. We are committed to continuous improvement and remain open to feedback from all members of our community. I urge you to continue to partner with us by reporting crimes, attending community forums, and engaging in open dialogue. Together, we can create a safer, greater Gary with everyone.
This is our infant classroom, and you just can't go by without looking at the baby.
We're here to talk about something that truly shapes the future of our city, and that's early childhood education.
All the curriculum is active and excite children about problem solving and learning.
Today, what we were able to witness is the greatness of Gary and the greatness of Head Start coming together.
We know that the success of our children directly influences the success of our city.
In order to create big projects and deliver for Northwest Indiana, we have to have and must have an educational workforce to be able to fill those jobs.
We're laying a foundation for stronger families, a stronger economy, and a stronger Gary, Indiana for generations to come. This isn't just about education. It's about building a stronger community. When we invest in our children, we invest in our community.
Those students who have that early investment or intervention have a greater outcomes to be successful.
What's up, everyone? This is Mayor Eddie Melton of the great city of Gary, Indiana, and I want to take this moment to invite you to my second State of the City address that's going to be held at Embassies of Christ Church at 4285 Cleveland Street, right in Gary. It's from 2 to 4 p.m. You don't want to miss this opportunity. This is where I want to share my vision for the future of the city of Gary and also what we've been able to accomplish within my first year as mayor of this great city. So if you plan on coming, please reach out to City Hall 219-881-1300 to reserve your seats. And if you're online, please visit and look us up on Eventbrite. So join me in my administration at Embassies of Christ Church, 4285 Cleveland Street on April 29th. God bless. What's up, folks? This is Mayor Melton. We are in the streets. It's about 11:30. Wanted to show you phase one of what's taking place for our streetlight program, Relight the City. So we've already started on Grant Street. Drive down Grant Street, you're going to see brand new LED lights that have been turned on all the way from Ridge Road all the way down to 5th Avenue. Right now, part of phase one is also Broadway. We've been waiting on the new poles to come in. So some of the new poles are on its way. We have a lot of missing poles that people from car accidents have hit. But right now, the ones that are existing, we're changing the heads out. And what you're going to see is our contractor that's been working with us for the last close to a year. You're going to see them out today. Right here in Gary, we have all the infrastructure required to lift this region, but also the state of Indiana to lead in global commerce. We sit at the most southern tip of one of the world's largest bodies of fresh water. We're one of the top 3 steel-making cities on earth. We have an international airport with a foreign trade zone. We're a city with a deep water seaport, and we have 3 Class 1 rail lines. Why am I telling you this? Because Gary is a big deal. The city has seen some tough times, but it's the hope and the grit and the determination that I see in the people that inspires me to fight like I do every single day. But every day we are building on a plan to make Gary this nation's greatest comeback story. Ladies and gentlemen, a greater Gary is emerging as we speak. Our city is valuable and we're worthy. It's time we feel like it, and it's time we act like it.
1.
Good morning. We are calling to order the meeting for the Board of Works and Public Safety, Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for April 9th, 2025 at 10:10. Let us stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May we have roll call vote to establish quorum?
Member Green, Member Allen, Secretary Morgan, Vice President Dumas.
Yes, present.
President Suggs. Mr. President, we have 3 present and 2 absent.
With 3 present, 2 absent, we have quorum to conduct the business of the Board of Public Works and Safety. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from April 2nd, 2025. It's been moved and properly second to approve the minutes from the previous meeting. All those in favor can signal by saying aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Ayes have it. The minutes from April 2nd, 2025 have been approved. We'll move on to claims.
Mr. Vice President, we have before us claims to be paid on April 11, 2025. General fund is $166,177.75. Special revenues, including motor vehicle highway, local roads and streets, MVH restricted park department, health and human services grant, vehicle auction, community development grant, warming and cooling center, media fund, Love Your Block grant, community crossing grant, and workers' comp and unemployment is a total of $120,206.21. For the ambulance non-reverting fund, general fund for the casino, ARPA grant, and Marquette Park, $87,981.73. Total to be paid on April 11th is $374,365.69. Second.
Moved and properly second to approve said claims. Roll call vote.
Member Green.
Yes.
Secretary Morgan. Yes. Vice President Dumas.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 3 yes, 0 no's.
With a vote of 3 yes and 0 no, claims have been approved.
We also have before us ratification of April payroll, which is $112,251.63 for ambulance fund and payroll withholdings. And we also have vendor claims for the general fund and ARPA grant of $74,195.20.
Been moved. We have a motion on the floor to approve the ratification of claims. Do we have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any question? Roll call vote.
Member Green.
Yes.
Secretary Morgan. Vice President Dumas.
Yes.
Mr. President, vote is 3 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 3 yes and 0 no, the approval of the ratification of claims have been approved.
That concludes claims.
We'll move on to correspondence. The first correspondence and agreements we have is from the Public Works Department. You want to do it? Thank you so much.
So, first correspondence with Public Works is a contract with True Green Commercial for the removal of weeds. It will be effective today, April 9th, between the city and True Green Commercial. Scope of services are they would remove weeds, they would treat weeds on the cracks in the parkway along Broadway from 4th Avenue to 53rd Street and along Burr Street from 26th Avenue to 29th. The cost of this, they'll do it 4 times this summer on Broadway at a cost of $7,040 each time, and 4 times on Burr at the cost of $440 each. So, it costs about per treatment, but I believe the not to exceed number there will be $29,970. And $29,920. So with that, I move that we approve the contract for weed control services to True Green. I have the rate outline of the contract, which is $7,040 for 4 times along Broadway, and $440
Second.
It's been moved and properly second to approve the contract for True Green for invasive weed growing and crack spraying both east and west sides of Broadway from 4th Avenue all the way to 53rd Avenue, and on Bird Street from 26th Avenue to 29th Avenue, totaling 4 times on Broadway at $7,040 each spray, and 4 times on Bird Street, totaling $440 each spray. At this time, any additional discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Member Green,
Yes.
Secretary Morgan, Vice President Dumas.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 3 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 3 yes and 0 no, the contract for True Green Commercial has been approved. The next, Secretary, the next set of contracts, B, which is professional service contracts for Josh Landscaping Management. C, professional service contracts for Rough Hands. D, Cut Right contract. E, professional service contract for Express Lawn Care. F, Green Services and Consulting. I move to table these until the next meeting. Yep, sorry, go ahead, yeah. Do we have a second?
Second.
Moving properly second. I'll add a little bit of discussion in regards to that particular thing. So these contracts were presented before the Board of Works after review. The contracts were broad in scope and covered a series of trying to make sure we have enough vendors to cover all of the cutting. However, after review, we have to have some more specifics in regards to either the cost per cut and or the hourly rate in order to ensure a fair and equitable contract for the city. So at this time, it's the Public Works Department is going to go back and review and add that either appendix and or update the scope of work for review to ensure that it's transparent and in compliance with State Board of Accounts. So any additional discussion or question? It's good. Yep. Cool. Perfect. Thank you so much. So all those in favor with tabling these items may say signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Those contracts have been tabled.
Next, we have correspondence from the Development Department. The first one. So, we have the 2024 ESG sub-recipient agreement with Lydia House.
No, the alternative house is tabled. The first one. That's the first one. Yep.
We're moving forward with.
Tabling. A. We can move forward with B.
All right, so first I'd like to move that we table for now the 2024 sub-recipient agreement with Alternative House. So I move that we.
Table it. Do we have a second?
Second.
It's moving properly second to table the subservice agreement for the alternative house into the next meeting. Any additional discussion? Seeing none, we can signal, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Ayes have it. This will be tabled until the next meeting.
Mr. President, next we have the 2024 ESG sub-recipient agreement with Lydia House. And, that is, their full name is Rebuilding Breach Ministries, Incorporated, also known as Lydia House. This agreement is for $29,858. ESG funds will be used for the operation of Lydia House, an emergency shelter that provides safe and secure shelter housing for homeless women without children for up to 90 days. So with that, I move that we approve this contract with Lydia House for $29,858.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor for the approval of the 2024 ESG sub-recipient agreement with the Lydia House, and it's been properly second. Additional discussion. Do we have someone from the Lydia House that would like to come up and talk about just the Lydia House in general, and the funds, how they're going to be impacted with your organization?
Happy to. Okay, thanks. Happy to talk just briefly on Lydia House and answer questions that you might have. My name is Pastor Hal Tonjes, pastor at Trinity Lutheran Church in Crown Point, and a board member for Rebuilding the Breach Ministries, normally known as Lydia House. Yeah, your description was exactly spot on for their service that they provide for a homeless woman. Up to 90 days, bringing them in, and in coordination with other services provided in the community, they provide housing and a safe spot. And it's been supported through ESG grant as well as individual donors for a number of years, and grateful for the support that we've received.
Approximately how many women are you able to house
At a given time, up to 16. I think currently the number is, last I heard was 8 or 9. Up to 90 days they can stay. So it's kind of a revolving community as far as folks that are resident there.
If people need help or know someone who needs your help, how would they get in touch?
There is a website with a phone number. The address of the location is not publicized, understandably, but phone number, and I think there's an email address as well.
A question. What type of services do you provide them to prepare for the 90 days that they will leave, when they leave?
I'm sorry?
What type of services do you offer them to prepare for the 90 days when they are prepared to leave?
Right. The services provided are safe housing, so a place to be, well, just be safe until.
So I don't think I made myself clear.
Okay.
So they're there for 90 days, correct?
Up to 90 days.
So
right.
up to the 90 days, what are you preparing them for to leave? So when they leave after 90 days, what are they able to do or prepared to do?
Well, they are participating in, I can't remember the name of the other agency that helps with skills development, with counseling, with housing, and search for employment.
Okay.
So ideally, after however long they stay, they'll have a place to live and skills for a job.
To seek a job. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Vice President, if people want to get in touch and don't have access to the website, if the city refers people, they call community development.
Yeah, so they can call community development, but also we have their contact information at constituent services as well. So we refer individuals from constituent services, and I'm certain of it because I've sent someone and they were able to obtain your services. So thank you. And so that way they will be able to communicate that well. So they can call, of course, 219-881-1311 or community development as well, and we'll make sure, or directly to the London House.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you.
With that, I move that we approve the 2024 ESG subrecipient grant to Lydia House.
Second?
Been moved and properly second to approve the 2024 ESG subrecipient agreement for Lydia House. Any additional discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote?
Member Green?
Yes.
Secretary Morgan? Vice President Dumas?
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 3 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 3 yes and 0 no, the subrecipient agreement for Lydia House has been approved. Move on to correspondence from the Law Department.
Alright, so first we have a joint resolution for the transfer of property with the redevelopment commission. I'm gonna just read the commission, the resolution to the record. So it's resolution, redevelopment resolution, a joint resolution of Gary Board of Public Works and Safety regarding transfer of real property from the city of Gary to the Gary Redevelopment Commission. So this one at table, our president or vice president executes the deed, and the deed is for. -.0000004. So with that, and thank you for helping me find it. I move that we approve this resolution and authorize our president or vice president to execute this deed.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second to execute the deed transfer of property from real property from the city of Gary to the Gary Redevelopment Commission for the property located at 1762 Tyler Street, and the parcel number and the legal description is attached in Exhibit A. Any additional discussion?
Yeah, just that before you sign, Mr. Suggs signs and executes it, we're gonna put this on the legal size paper where everything is on one sheet.
Thank you.
You have to for the recorder's office and also not to confuse me.
Thank you. Any additional discussion? Seeing none, I also want to make sure it's noted for the record, the transfer from the city of Gary to the redevelopment is at a price of $0. This is, and Corporation Council, please weigh in. This is a common practice from the city of Gary to the Redevelopment Commission.
Transferred between city agencies, government agencies, for no consideration at all. And so, you know, this is a normal thing. Sometimes we transfer us property, we transfer them property for different purposes. So this is perfectly legal and normal common practice.
Thank you so much. Roll call vote.
Member Green.
Yes.
Secretary Morgan. Vice President Dumas.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 3 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 3 yes and 0 no, the deed transfer of property from the city of Gary to the Redevelopment Commission is approved.
And so next, Mr. Vice President, we have First Amendment to the demolition agreement with C-Lee Construction. So this amendment will be effective today. There was a demolition agreement entered into on March 19th. The contract was for the demolition of several structures located within the city. The original contract contained a list of properties under the scope of Article 1 and an attached Exhibit A, whereas the parties to the original contract wish to remove 1805 Connecticut Street from Article 1 and Exhibit A. And with the original contract, the total amount was incorrect for the 4 properties, and the corrected amount is $127,664. Now therefore, 1805 Connecticut Street will be removed from the scope of work from the original contract, and the total amount of the contract will be $127,664. So, with that, I move that we approve this first amendment to the demolition contract with C-Lee Construction Services.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second to approve the First Amendment to the demolition contract for C-Lee Construction Services. A call for discussion. I have some, so help me understand. So this is an amendment and not necessarily a change order. I do note when I did the calculations, this amendment or change is a 20% greater than a 20% difference. So my question is, do we have to now go back and rebid it?
So, question, is it 20% lower?
No, higher. So it went from, the original was 105,389 was the current was in the contract, and it went up to 127,664, which is a $22,275 difference. So I think 20% would be like 21,432 or something like that.
Would we be able then to decrease the amount of properties and then we did the third property, it's just 3 in order for them to get started?
That's one way we could accomplish this, but change order can't be, as you know, more than 20%. So I didn't have a number in front of me. So we could break it up in any way that makes sense. And hopefully it could be done quickly and you got the board. So, and then just a preference, we need to word these exchange orders as opposed to.
I didn't know the difference. Thank you. I think that makes perfect sense. So I assume now you're going to withdraw your motion.
Yes, I am. So I would like to withdraw my motion on this amendment to the contract with CV Construction for demolition services.
Second.
Motion has been withdrawn. I'm sorry. Let's move for a vote just to withdraw the motion. Excuse me. Roll call vote, please.
Member Green, Secretary Morgan, Vice President Dumas.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 3 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 3 yes and 0 no, the motion on the floor has withdrawn. Now I entertain a new motion as to how we should proceed with this contract.
So I would like for our demolition team, which is housed under redevelopment, to rebid this work out, and then, come back to us with a new contract for services for everything that's under the scope.
So I got a question. I'm sorry. There's a motion on the floor. Do we have a second? Going once. Going twice. Well, before you discuss, we have to just get to the. Yep. It's been moved and properly second to move the contract to back to. I'm assuming to the table. I'm sorry. Restate your motion.
That I move that
We rebid the whole project.
we have them rebid the whole thing. So that's
It's been moved and properly second to rebid the entire project. Now discussion, Ms. Green.
Second to the last page, Exhibit A. On the back sheet, right before the signatures.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we know why one property was crossed off?
No clue. It doesn't state. And I think, to your point, my concern is I think at least two of these properties have been executed up to date. So I don't know if they can rebid the entire project or if it's going to have to be where they cannot do the change order. And the third property that they started or wants to start, I think it's the last one was what they found, the discovery of an issue where they have to do additional work because of the basement and the remediation that they ran into is why the larger change order. So because of that, I think that property is going to have to cease and take some legal revision.
I'm gonna say, I know that there's been some turnover with this team, so,
Mute. You on your mic. I'm sorry.
I know there's been some turnover with this team. So, the interim law department will speak with them to go over what our procurement policies are. So they know a change order has to be done in a situation like this. And, they make sure that this board is approved for this time. Correct. Before the work is done. We're gonna take a vote. Was there comment on this?
So currently, the motion on the floor, as it stands, is that the change order work will be rebid. Any additional discussion?
Just, like I said, we hope we can do this quickly. And if it's not on the agenda, hopefully by next meeting, I'll still have an update on how the law department discussion of how we accomplish something.
Absolutely. All right. If nothing else, roll call vote.
Member Green.
Yes.
Secretary Morgan, Vice President Dumas.
Yes.
Mr. President, the vote is 3 yes, 0 no.
With a vote of 3 yes and 0 no, the change order work or the third project for this work will have to go back for rebid. At this time, that concludes all of our correspondence. I'll move forth with unfinished business. Do we have any unfinished business on the floor? Okay, thank you. Any new business that needs to be addressed? Seeing none. Do we have any public comment online? Ron? Thank you. We do have one person signed up to testify in regards to public comment in person, and that's Miss, and I'm waiting for, so excuse me if I'm saying the last name wrong, Miss Sonia Jones. Thank you so much, Ms. Jones. I do want to let you know our public comment portion, we work within a reasonable time frame. We give 3 minutes, so we try to ask that you keep it into that mark. All right? You may proceed. What?
Thank you, Board, for entertaining my comments. I work for Gary Public Transportation. I'm the new safety officer there. And I am proud to announce that we are bringing on board our professional partnership with Greyhound Flixbus. They will be on site in May, and we have had a bit of difficulty getting signage so that there could be a separation for our Greyhound drivers as well as our Gary Public Transportation employees from customers that will be servicing through South Shore and the local city buses. So I make my comments today to ask for your assistance so that we can not only make our new public partnership employees comfortable at our facility at the Metro Center, but also to exacerbate the process on getting that signage for the community.
Before you leave the room, Ted, you give your contact information, phone number, email to myself and Mr. Jones?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes. No, actually, we had signage previously, I do believe, before the dual track work, and the signs were taken down by the city, and they were not replaced. So the city always had signs in that area for us, but we have not had them replaced, and we've been trying to get those put back up there in our east parking lot, like I said, to make a distinction for the Greyhound drivers and the city employees.
You asking us to replace them or return them?
Return them if we still have them in our stock.
Okay.
If we need them replaced, we would be ready and go through the process on how we need to accomplish that as well.
Okay, and you'll be able to provide us a cost for that, for the replacement?
Yes, I can
Okay.
provide you that. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. If nothing else, my comments are done. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our public comment. Seeing no additional comment online, I entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Moving property second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Have a beautiful day.
What's up, everyone? This is Mayor Eddie Melton of the great city of Gary, Indiana, and I want to take this moment to invite you to my second State of the City address that's going to be held at Embassies of Christ Church at 4285 Cleveland Street, right in Gary. It's from 2 to 4 p.m. You don't want to miss this opportunity. This is where I want to share my vision for the future of the city of Gary and also what we've been able to accomplish within my first year as mayor of this great city. So if you plan on coming, please reach out to City Hall 219-881-1300 to reserve your seats. And if you're online, please visit and look us up on Eventbrite. So join me in my administration at Embassies of Christ Church, 4285 Cleveland Street on April 29th. God bless.